Right, so I'm going to explain to you what the soul plan is and what we're going to do. So the soul plan is a method which is looking at the vibrations of your birth name. And because your birth name and your usual name are different because of what you explained with your circumstances, I've done both, yeah? So we're going to look at the black numbers and the black figures, and then the green. So that's your two names, yeah? And how they interact. So the soul plan is a system that was channeled by a man who had a psychic and intuitive understanding and a mystical understanding of the ancient Hebrew alphabet. So in this system, we have access to 22, let's say, archetypal ways of being, yeah, which represent a letter of that alphabet, which are very profound in meaning, yeah. And so this is what those little numbers are. 66, and the symbol that goes with it is a Hebrew, corresponds to a Hebrew letter, but which is like a concept and an archetypal way of being, yeah? And because we're going to be looking at archetypal ways of being, we're going to look at them both in their light and their shadow aspects. So here we have the soul plan reading, so your soul plan reading, which is in the shape of a star with two triangles, the one going down, the one going up. So the one going down is your worldly triangle. We shall start there. So it's your soul. So your soul is conceived, and your parents, you, at some point a name is decided for you, yes? And because you are with this family, there is also the family name, yeah? And this birth name is actually recorded. So this is why we use the birth name, and this is the most important vibration in this system, because it's really like your soul wanted that, or was given or wanted that frequency. And your soul comes into the world, you are born. So this triangle is going to look very much, and not just you as a child, as a teenager, as a young adult, but you in the world. So you professionally, your family, your friends, finances, everything that makes you in the world. And at some point in life, some people realize, hang on, yes, I am a person, yes, I'm involved in daily life, but I am a spirit and I am on a spiritual journey, yes? So at some point there's a shift of consciousness, which is gradual, happens quickly, it doesn't matter. And this is when we go into the second triangle, the one that goes up, which is the spiritual triangle, yeah? And then we're going to look at really what makes up your spiritual life, your spiritual endeavors, your spiritual actions. And of course, the two are completely intertwined, because even if we are unaware, I'm on a spiritual journey, we're nonetheless on a spiritual journey, yes? So we're going to look at that, the dance. It's a dance, really, between all those. And in the middle, we've got the soul destiny, which for me, the soul destiny is very much like the engine. Yeah, the engine, what's sticking and what is overriding everything else and giving a kind of round feeling to everything else. So if you noticed, for both triangle, we've got talents, challenges, goals and goals. Although I don't like the word goal, I'll use the word direction, but some people like the word goal. So we're going to start with your talent. So your talent is something your soul brought, whether it's your worldly talent or your spiritual talents. Your soul brought something which is your gift, it's your talent, it's something you can use to overcome your challenge and to fulfill your direction, yeah? It's like the pool of something you can really use. Then we're going to have the challenges. So the challenges, we all know we have challenges, and some of those challenges keep repeating on top of that. So this is this area. So it's something where you're going to look more at a shadow aspect, maybe, or something that's indeed a bit more challenging for you, difficult to really own and integrate and change into. You can use the light aspect of it. Then the goal, so the direction, for me is like, yes, of course, we have like pools in life, directions where we feel like I'm just going there, and that's really something that I'm attracted despite myself. This is happening. And then we will look at your soul destiny. We will do that for your birth name. And for your usual name, we will actually take only the light aspects of the other archetypes. Yeah, the second name only brings light aspects, and we will see how again it dances with your birth name. At the end of the session, I will recommend some Bach flower remedies that you can take. So this is what I'm going to use, which is notes from the soul plan as it was created by a man called Frank Alper and also modernized by Blue Marsden. I also use my intuition. I'm psychically open. I will might tune into some of your chakras or give you some guidance, which is really mine. And again, dancing between this skeleton and the flesh I bring. And also here you have a plan which is completely bare, which I want you to create as we go along. So you are going to put your numbers, you are going to put your symbols, you might have a word that speaks to you from time to time. So that's the one you are going to create. I will give them all at the end, but I want you to create that one. And because we're going to be together for 2 hours, yeah, it's quite an in-depth process. We're going to do it very much as a dialogue. So I will give you a bit of information. You will give me a feedback, or sometimes we will go with like a word or a sensation and just stay there in silence. So there is integration as we go along. Yeah, I don't want to just feed you with information. Integration is important. So it's mostly through the dialoguing and remaining in silence from time to time. And you also creating your own as we go along. And I think for this first introduction, that's it. Have you got questions, or we can start?
No, it feels very exciting.
Yes, it is.
And very timely.
Yes, of course.
I love that fusion of the world and the
yes,
spiritual.
Yes.
And the dance.
Yeah. Another thing I want to say at this stage is, because it's like I'm giving you a new map, new angles to look at your life. It's very important to use the soul plan reading again and again in your life, because you can't just integrate it in one go. Then you can take the Bach flower remedies, of course, that will help. So it's very important, like in the next 3 months, 6 months, and from time to time I receive emails from clients to say, oh, I've re-looked at my soul plan reading like 3-5 years later, and they go, oh my God, this is so timely, this is wonderful, this is really helpful. So that will grow with you as well. Because every time you look at it again or listen to the session, you will rediscover things which become, as you grow, that will grow with you, or your understanding and your relationship with it, yeah, with that map.
Incredible. Yeah, wonderful.
Okay.
Bring it on.
So let's do it.
Thank you, Suzanne.